Yo, what is up guys? Loki here, back at it again with another YouTube video. I appreciate everyone that was being very patient. I have some serious life stuff going on right now. So we are going to be pumping out content, and then when Topaz drops Tuesday, we'll probably stream for a tiny bit. In a hotel right now, so I don't have the best internet, but once I move into my new place, we'll be back up and running, and we'll be streaming a lot more. But thank you for those that are being patient. I appreciate you guys. It means the world to me that you guys are still subscribed to the channel, even though, like, I know some content creators take a lot of time off. I hate seeing a video not uploaded after a week. It like pains me. It physically pains me. I normally upload like 4 times a week if I can, you know, if there's like stuff to talk about. So because I don't have access to the creator experience server, we're going to react to EO's video specifically his video, because I know he's a big advocator for IPC emergency. So I love IPC emergency. This was my favorite team in the game in the beta to use versus the new boss that's coming up, right? This team is insane. The synergy is insane. Robin gets so much extra attacks off that you don't necessarily need her signature light cone. I'm gonna speed this up as well because EO's yapping for 25 minutes. I love EO, but god damn, my man yapping. Playback speed. Do we do 1.5 probably?
Not fully indicative of the final product, and there may or may not be changes in the version update that is official. When it comes to adding Robin has to essentially power creep one of this. He has to do something that's clearly already here, or something that one of these 3 characters do, but better. Honestly, Robin might be the easiest skip of my life. If Robin...
I was thinking this as well. When she was first announced, I was like, bro, Robin's actually going to be such an easy skip. I'm so excited. But after playing with her, getting to play with her in the beta, it's so tough. It's so tough. Like we talked about this in the previous video, and I apologize again. I was on literally a Discord phone call with AJ to record that video, and he was nice enough to record that for me and upload that, so I do appreciate that. But holy dude, like, are we real? Robin and Topaz are in the same banner. I literally need to get Topaz, right? We have a guarantee, which is awesome, but I'm probably not going to win it early. Like, I never expect to. I usually go in this with like a pessimistic mindset. Just because when honkaistarrail first started, I had crazy luck. If you kept up with me back then, I had crazy luck. My average PD was literally 14. It was like 14. It was insane. I was getting 5 stars like crazy. And then Blade happened. And once Blade happened, that was a chunk of change. Like it was actually painful, but because I have to get Topaz, Light Cone, and somehow snipe Robin just to. But if I do that, then I don't have Venturine, right? But I mean, he's gonna come back. Realistically, I'll probably get Topaz and signature light cone if I win the 75-25, but we will see. There was a video, it's in my history, I might react to it, where a guy goes over the estimated stellar jade that you're going to get in all of 2.2, and it's enough for about 90 pulls. So in the entirety of 2.2, it's enough for about 90 pulls, plus I should be getting a few extra, and then after that, God, if I don't get Topaz early, it's not looking good for you, boy. But I digress.
Could get her ultimate right here, right? If we can get Robin's ultimate right here, I think...
I don't want a spoiler. I'll just get right into it. Let's see what EO has to say.
You've heard my opinions on Robin, and if you follow me on Twitter, you've seen me talk about Robin for a little bit. Well, maybe not a little bit, maybe just like 1 or 2 tweets, but Robin is a character that really surprised me because honestly, I genuinely just thought Robin was a glorified Bronya. And I say that with the utmost respect. It was just that I've already got all the other busted Harmony units in the game. I have Bronya. Now she's E1 now, thanks to the thanks to losing the 50-50 on Adventuring. Anyway, I have a E1
Same.
Bronya. I have the Sparkle E0. I've got an E2 May, right? Just thankfully.
I lost 50-50 on Adventuring to E1 Bronya as well.
Good luck on that one. We've got E2 May, and I really don't need anyone else, right? We have Ting Yun, E6 Ting Yun, so there's a lot of Harmony characters that we already have. So when I made that previous video when we first got to see Robin coming as one of the characters, what about Robin really stood out, or like rather nothing about Robin from the live stream stood out to me that made me want to say like, I would love to see Robin coming into the field. But as of right now, we're gonna be rocking the 4-piece or the 2-piece, my bad, 2-piece Musketeer, 2-piece Physical, just because it was something that I could get my hands on eventually. And you might see it. I might do it this time. We might rock out with the 4-piece Musketeer and then a 2.
I don't know if 4-piece Physical is honestly necessary. I would have to test it myself and see how it affects her damage. Because I recently tested ratio with Imaginary Orb versus Attack Orb, and Attack Orb outperformed it. Also, I mean, it has, my Attack Orb has better crit value, but if my Imaginary Orb had crazy crit value, then maybe it would outperform it. But it has pretty decent crit value. But the Attack Orb actually outperformed it because he actually reaches 4K attack, and his follow-ups are doing some serious damage. Imagine when I get Topaz, what his follow-ups are going to do. I'm not sure. I'm actually not sure. I do think Broken Keel's probably pretty decent for her as well. I'm sure we'll get more artifacts soon. Maybe not soon. Maybe 2.4, 2.5-ish. But I don't know what you would necessarily run on her. You can go 4-piece speed, I guess, if you really want. But I think ideally, I know a lot of people have talked about a slow Robin. You run a very slow Robin. That way she's just always singing, and you're constantly keeping up that uptime.
2-piece Broken Kill, but ideally,
yeah, 125 is pretty slow. So that seems like what he's trying to do here.
What I want to do is, this is kind of like a first impressions, right? I want to see where I can go with Robin, what I can do with Robin, and I want to take her straight into the MLC 12 versus Coco. Now, there is probably going to be another MLC that I might test, but as of right now, this is just something that I know both Ratio and Topaz favor. They have very good favor in this MLC, and that is something that I want to kind of get a really good look at and see what could really happen from there. So, can I get spades? Can I get spades? Okay, yeah. It's really hard. I recently learned about the whole spade thing with Aventurine and having a higher shield. I would love spades, but for those that don't know what Robin does, Robin is, for lack of better terms, I'm not going to call her glorified Bronya, okay? Robin is a character that has very similar traits to Bronya. Let me show you guys real quick, which is going to be advancing somebody forward. So her skill is going to give you a huge damage boost for 3 turns.
Yeah, so that's a 50% damage boost, guys. That's a 50% damage boost. That's pretty big. Lasting for 3 turns, this duration reduces by 1 at the start of Robin's every turn, right? So if you run her slow, you're keeping up uptime on that damage boost, making her more skill point friendly. In addition to her ultimate lasting longer as well, and you just singing your ass off.
This part in particular, super big, all right? Having a 50% damage boost across the board, this is Ruan May levels of quality, top tier, okay? Boost Ruan May levels. Then the ultimate, this is where you get a lot of stuff, right? Basically take what Bronya's skill does and then slap it into her ultimate, combine them, and then now you have Ruan May's ultimate. You have attack increase by 22% of whatever her attack is, plus 200. Something interesting about this, though, let me tell you, just from
this is why you'll always see Robin, everyone put as much attack as possible on Robin, because that increases her individual damage, because she attacks on top of your damage, with a fixed crit rate set at 100% and a fixed crit damage set at 150%.
First impression, Robin doesn't have a cap. Most of the characters, right? I think I don't even think I have a character that is able to do that, right? Most of the time when you see a character, they'll have something in their kit that says something like blank percentage up to a certain amount. Like, is it his talent with the crit damage thing? Here we go. Yeah, leverage. For every 100 of Aventurine's defense that exceeds 1600, increases his own crit rate by 2%, up to a maximum increase of 48%. Normally you see something like this on anything, right? Even
basically
Ron May has something like that. But
basically what he's just saying is Um, because there's no cap on her attack. If you, I don't know, if every single one of your relics rolled into like attack percentage, you could have like 6-7k attack and actually benefit from that.
In Robin's case, Robin doesn't have that. So when she goes into concert state, increase all allies attack by 22.8% of Robin's attack plus 200. This means you can get Robin's attack as high as you want. If you somehow got 10k attack, 22% of that is getting boosted to everybody on the field, which is major for a character that's, you know, pretty much sacrificing her turn in order to give everyone else a chance to go again. And you really want to capitalize on that extra turn. That's really all it is, right? Capitalizing on the extra turn is going to be big for however you build her team. She also increases her own stuff whenever she does her physical, or rather, if she does an additional attack, you'll see it.
You know what's interesting?
Where she has a fixed crit rate.
In a way, she's not necessarily sacrificing her own turn because she's doing damage on top of your damage. So she's getting a turn, she's getting more turns than everyone else, in addition to bringing everyone else back up. You know, it might only be like 14k. I think the most I've actually seen 40k on top of someone else's attack with Robin. I've seen 40k, so that's not out of the realm of possibility. But that might have been, I'm not sure if that was like whale gameplay. But I'm sure at like E6 it gets pretty ridiculous. But at E0, I think I've seen an average of about 14 to 16k added to your attack.
Of 100%, fixed crit damage of 150% on top of whatever her attack stat is already going to be. So her crit itself doesn't really matter. She's going to get guaranteed good crit rates no matter what. So it's pretty fine. She's immune to crowd control debuff, so they can't really do anything. They can hit her, but they can't really do anything to her that's really gonna, you know, make her, I'm scared for my life, whatever. And then of course the big one here, impromptu flourish, which is gonna increase the crit damage for all allies using follow-up attacks by 25%. So you stack this on top of Topaz, and this is why you might have seen a lot of people saying Topaz and Robin is only good for follow-up attacks, which isn't inherently true. But Topaz is also going to be able to increase follow-up attack.
I think Robin performs best in follow-up attack synergies for sure, but you can kind of slot her in a lot of different teams. Don't think that you just have to run her in follow-up attack teams, although I think that is where she performs best and is where she's the most fun in my personal opinion.
Damage, right? So she's increasing the damage by 50%, and then I'll be for light cone. Yeah, her light cone also increases the follow-up attack damage by 30%. So an E0 S1 Topaz is already giving you a 80% follow-up attack damage increase. Then adding Robin into the mix, not including her light cone, but her ultimate is going to increase that just from one of her passive talents or her traces. Going to increase that crit damage by 25%. For those of you like myself, and again, we'll test this out, but for those that like myself,
all right. Let's get it. We're gonna speed up again for this.
Huge for you because E1 Topaz increases the crit damage that you do with follow-up attacks towards whatever enemy happens to have the deader state on them. So adding Robin into the mix of that is going to be really big for a number of different reasons. But let's try and play this out, right? Let me see what I can get here. I really don't like that he has Numby on him, so I kind of...
Yo, low-key, I just thought about this now. I wish Topaz's value wasn't locked behind Eidolons. I wish it was locked behind traces. I wish you got that E1 boost through one of her traces. She would be S+ if that was the case. And maybe just change her E1 and increase her individual damage or something. Make her Eidolons boost her individual damage, and then make the Eidolons that boosts her. Why is my GoXLR on channel 6? What the heck? Hold on. Test. Okay, it sounds fine. I was about to say, I was like, what the heck? But yeah, make her trace. I mean, it's too late now. It's not gonna happen, but I think it'd be a good idea. She would definitely, she would have significantly more pool value because she's kind of, I'm not gonna say she's mid. She's really good, but when you have her signature light cone or her E1, she just performs so much better.
I have to put Numby on the board right here, and I hate that. You know what? Before we're gonna restart, I want a clean run. I want a clean fight. Clean fight. No ball hitting, no eye gouging, and no neck scratching. All right, let's do this. Can I get spades? There we go. Yes, this is the one. This has to be the one, right? Hit Numby. Come on, target the boy. Yes, Numby is on Frigid Prowler. This is what I like to see right here. Right? Robin, boom. Do your thing, baby.
Wait, am I stupid? Don't you get the... Don't you get like an effect res down or something whenever you use your technique with the ratio or something like that? You get another debuff, right? Why is he not using ratios? I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it.
Girl, we're gonna get a little bit of energy. Topaz does not need the energy. Her getting hit, I don't like that. But what this is gonna let me do now, I can use Aventurine. With granted, Aventurine's gonna get his stuff and give her energy anyway, so I probably won't need to. But let me just play it out, right? Boom, 15k, not too bad. No crits on that one, unfortunate. But now you see we got the follow up, and Topaz has her shields back. So now what I'm able to do, I'm able to use Topaz's ultimate here. I feel like if I were to, I want to line it up so that Robin is going to get her ult, but I want the ult to be like at the very tail end of what's going on. And I want to take him out, but I feel like it's not going to work. I don't know. It's a really weird feeling for me to try and take him out, right? Because there are things that I could do here. Like I could split the damage between Ratio, have Ratio target down the T-Rex, and then knock this guy out with an ultimate, right? A combo between the ultimate and Topaz. But you guys let me know, how would you play this out, right? How have you been playing this out with IPC, stuff like that? Now, right here, like I said, I do have Robin's ultimate, but I want to save it because my Ratio still gets to go again. Ratio gets to go again, so I'm gonna let it happen, all right? And I'm gonna save my Aventurine's ultimate as well, specifically because I do not have Topaz coming up again right now. So I'm just gonna let it bully, and I'm gonna pop him with the ult. So what I would like to do, I would love it if it happens, is to take him out in one hit. But I know, maybe, please, big damage. Oh, so close. So close, man. I almost had it. If we would have been able to take him out in that one hit right there, I wouldn't have to waste anything on him. But now, because he's still alive, this doesn't help me in the slightest, okay? Maybe Numby basic attack could take him out. Yes.
Well, that definitely takes him out.
Break too. I love it. You love to see it. Numby goes boom. Ratio comes in. Blam. All right. Now, I like this. I like this. I like this a lot. Bam. Yes. Follow up attack gets the break.
Yeah, this guy.
Yes, sir.
This guy takes crazy damage.
You love to see it. You love to see it. All right.
That dino takes crazy damage when he's broken. It's actually insane. That's a speed boot also, because my Ratio hits 284. I actually ran this like 80, 90 times just to test a bunch of different things. My Ratio does about 284 right there with an attack boot, so I can tell EO's on a speed boot, which would make sense because you can see he's going twice right here, and then Robin has the opportunity to pull him up again. So I think speed boot Ratio is probably the way you want to go.
That was a clean run through right there on the 0. All right, this is first time, by the way, first impression. I'm just calculating the IPC team in my head because I love me some follow-up attacks. This is what I like, okay? I was very, very skeptical of Robin as a character because I did not know where she was going to go. But seeing her work so wonderfully in a follow-up attacking team, like when you have the cards on the table, when you're able to activate your trap card, I use my spell card here. I play Pot of Greed, right? Robin is Pot of Greed. That's such a clean analogy. Robin is Pot of Greed. Now, here we go, right? I don't know what to do here, but having a reset on the 0 cycle is so big because, no, I don't think Robin's like, I don't think she's going to get it. Now that I'm looking at it, I don't think Robin's going to get her ultimate again, but we could definitely test it out here, right? We're doing a lot. 41k, 118. Ooh. This Ratio is hitting big time. I like this Ratio. This Ratio is doing really good damage, right? My Ratio is kind of clean right now. Numby's coming through. Coco's taking a crap ton of...
He did that for the energy.
2 stacks of tame, right? So she's taking extra crit damage. That's 24%.
Did it for the energy. It's probably not going to be a 0 cycle, but it's going to be pretty close. Because Robin, I think Robin won't actually get it because for every follow-up attack there, her... because every additional attack she does, it's going to boost her energy, and she has an energy cap of 160, right? It's like the highest in the game.
Real good stuff. Effect res, she's gonna get hit. Increases damage received, that's another 10%. And then also Numby follow-up attack 50%. We don't even have Robin hurting her, right? Like, I mean, granted, we do have Robin's ultimate active, but we don't have it working in the same manner that we would somewhere else. Robin's stuff is done. If I were to use ultimate here or my skill, her skill will not give me enough, but it would reset my my skill counter. But I don't want to do that right now because like I said, I don't think it'll work. But I don't need it for Numby either. So you know what? Just for the sake of doing it, let's do what I want to show you guys, right? That's how much you get from using her skill. Now my Numby has all of her stuff. Let me go ahead and use Numby as well, just to see. And the only reason I did this is because I didn't want to waste any energy, right? Getting energy for Numby is pretty difficult. If Robin could get her ultimate right here, right? If we can get Robin's ultimate right here, I think we can actually... Can we 0 cycle? Can I can...
Yeah, because Ratio Ratio goes. Numby's about to go. The ratio's gonna go again. Numby's about to go. He should get enough energy.
Probably zero this, right? Numby does damage? Yes! Yo! Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on. How do I pull this off? How do I pull? I don't think I get the zero, but like, yo, if I could pull that off, that'd be insane. That would be, if I could pull that off, that'd be insane, bro. Like,
I'm not gonna lie, it's one of the most fun teams in the game. It's so fun because it actually requires you to use your brain a little bit too. It's a super fun team. I really love follow-up attack teams, especially with the addition of Robin being introduced into the game.
I would have to kill this guy, right? I would have to take him out, which maybe can follow-up attack do that? I don't think I have enough. Numby?
Bro, if he killed Cocolia there, with the skill, I guess it would, I believe his skill talent's 8. If his skill talent was 10, this might be copium. And also if he was on an attack boot, if he's on an attack, he's probably not in the same position if he's on an attack boot. But if he was, I think Cocolia actually dies there. But just with the skill, Dino gets broken by ratio for like 100 and something thousand, maybe even 200k. I think the cycle thing already went off, but Numby 100% kills the dinosaur, but it's not gonna happen now.
Wait a minute. I know I won't get the zero, but like Numby hits him anyway. Oh, you love to see it. You love to see it. And then ratio goes again. Hold on. To me personally, that's a glorified zero cycle. I know it doesn't count, right? You might be like, oh, bro, it clearly has 29. I get it. I do. That was an amazing first impression. In my opinion, that might have been the best first impression that I could give for Robin. That was.
And I believe he talks about the
I run Topaz with attack boots.
yeah, he talks about Topaz. He talks about the build, right? There's one more thing I wanted to go over, guys. Before we wrap up, I wanted to talk about how good is Robin without her signature light cone rather than making another video. So here, I'll let EO cook. And like I said, we're not where we usually are, so we don't have crazy 1,000 up, 1,000 down internet.
Which
So
it was something that I actually mentioned too.
it's a little
my
tough.
concern about Robin as a character. So if we come over to the game and I show you guys real quick, Robin's light cone is one of a kind for a Harmony unit, right? Not only does it give you up to 15%.
Does this work? This might not work. This low-key might not work. I'm about to put this in auto low-key because of the situation we're in right now.
ERR at E0 or S0, by the way, right? S1, it gives you up to 15%
Oh, it worked.
generation rate, but you
Nice.
also get a 48%, almost 50% attack increase, and almost 25% damage dealt, right?
So Robin's signature light cone is actually insane. It's probably one of the top 5 best light cones in the game. Not there's a light cone tier list that I'm going to drop for you guys where I went over the best light cones in the game with AJ, right? And we based the criteria on if the light cone would be good on other characters. So it's a little tough because her light cone is essentially, that's a good light cone for Ting Yun as well. Ting Yun can make use of his light cone. For sure. Hopefully I didn't just disconnect. I'm sorry about all the issues. I just heard that disconnect. Just want to make sure it's still good. I don't want to edit this later and be like, oh, I wasn't talking at all. I hate that. It sucks. This sucks, right? Because we are getting that light cone. I will tell you guys now, because I don't want to skew anyone's opinions, I don't want to have someone not pull for Robin because they feel like they have to pull for signature light cone. But we are getting that light cone from the memoir event, the Clocky memoir event, and that light cone is a Harmony light cone that you can use on Robin. Does it give you energy? No, but you will be able to S5 it and it will give you a lot of attack. As far as light cones that give you energy, it's just really tough. It's low-key just really tough. I think I ran Ron May's light cone on her. I'm not even kidding. I think I ran Ron May's light cone. You can run Bronya's light cone. You can get some value from Bronya's light cone. But as far as 4-star options, they're I mean, Dance and Lance is kind of pointless. You could run it for the stats, I guess, but it's just extra skill damage with this light cone. If you're running Boot Hill with Robin for whatever reason, you could run I forget whatever this light cone is. You could run this light cone. But I mean, as far as like energy to making sure you keep uptime in her ult, if you're not running a follow-up attack team, it's going to be really difficult. I don't necessarily think you need her signature light cone if you're running a follow-up attack team, because the energy will make sure you get her all up. But I believe EO goes over this, and then he shows out, he shows that this doesn't work. This light cone doesn't work. It doesn't work on her additional attacks. It only works when she physically attacks herself, basically when she skips her skill or her ultimate and just basic attacks. So that's a bit of a downside. That does kind of suck, but maybe in the future we'll have more light cones for her. But like I said, if you don't have Ron May's light cone or the signature light cone, this is one of those characters that she doesn't really need her signature light cone, but she really, really, really wants it to perform at her best. So I just want to chime in with that. Yeah, let me know what you guys think about Robin. If you're gonna pull for her, if you are gonna pull for her, good luck to you. I wish you all the best, and I will see you guys on the next video. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Peace.